Hello, my name is Ann Brock. We're going to walk through a scenario of using Remedyforce with non-IT request. Let's meet our cast of characters. Jackson works for a large corporation. He's involved in a lot of different projects. He delivers training. He travels around the world. He needs IT help anytime, any place. Emma is part of a world-class support organization. She wants to make sure IT helps the business and doesn't hinder it. So she's always looking for ways to help her company be successful. So what if non-IT organizations can use your same service desk solution? What if standardization can be enhanced through the solution? And what if repeatable workflow can be configured for recurring requests? Let's see how that looks. So Jackson, as I mentioned, he's involved in a lot of projects, and one of those projects, he needs a new report. So he's going to come down on his same self-service portal that he would use for an IT request and ask for a request for change. The form that comes up, by the way, is one we configured, but you can configure a form to look however you need it. It's done through data, it's done through configuration, no programming to create this particular set of questions. So Jackson does get asked a set of questions, and as you can see, there are all sorts of things we've combined together on this form. In this case, he's going to choose reporting. He needs a new report. And once he chooses that, he has various other options based upon the choice he made. So he's going to go ahead and select the application. It's for the accounting system he's been working on. And he needs an enhancement to existing reporting functionality. And he needs that report. Report broken down by zip code this time. Broken down by zip code. And the business justification for that is regulatory. They got something from the regulatory agencies that said they'd like to see this report by zip code. Regulatory request. Okay, so everything with an asterisk on it, he has to fill it in. Those are required. And again, you get to select which fields might be required. We can see most of the rest of them are required except criticality. So if he clicks high on that criticality, this actually gets popped open another box saying, well, why do you think it's a high severity? And that scares him a little, so I'll go ahead and back it down to medium because it doesn't have a really good reason. He just wanted to pick high. He then says he wants to complete the request, and he puts by tomorrow. Well, what happens now when he submits the request, the system's not going to let him submit it that quickly. We're going to get a pop-up box that says, sorry, we have some lead time requirement. So that's a good way to get your end users' expectations set properly to make sure they don't expect something too quickly. So he goes ahead and puts it out a week, submits it, and it's going to go through into the back-end provisioning system, the Remedyforce system, to go ahead and get work done. There are a couple of things we're going to show you on the back end about this request. So once again, Emma's sitting working her queue. She may have gotten a message, she may have gotten no notifications, whatever it might be. Let's go ahead and look at the incident queue and see if it shows up there. And it's not showing up there because it's actually a client services one. So cases come into different queues. So you notice this was not available in the incident queue because of course this isn't an incident. This isn't an IT thing. This is going to the report team, which happens to be under client services. But Emma's still going to open this up. She happens to have access to client services tickets to make sure things look good and things are moving forward the way they should. One of the things she wants to check on is, does this need an approval or not? Now, if it does, then client services or whoever has to give the approval would have gotten a message about that. And sure enough, as she looks down here, she says it is pending client services approval. So when Jackson put this in, it didn't just automatically get through to the report writing team to start making the changes. It does need an approval by client services. Emma could actually approve this as a member of client services, but she's going to hold off and let some other people look at it first. So the client services got all the notifications, they got all the things they need to do, and Emma can just here keep an eye on this request, make sure it's moving forward, and the right things are happening. So what did we show you in this one? We showed you a non-IT organizations leveraging the same service desk solution you already have in place for your IT side. We saw that because of all those fields and the required fields and whatnot, that the solution can really enhance standardization as well as repeatable workflow for recurring requests, such as that approval workflow. When reports come in, they're all going to go through the approval process. Nothing's going to go outside of channels. So all of this is available when you're using Remedyforce in a non-IT way as well as the IT way.